Laredo, take us out.
Excuse me?
They designed those controls after watching you. Take her out.
Right.
Okay, you gotta move to the right. More to the right.
Would you sit your ass down? Sit. Move. You want to drive this thing?
Riker's in the game right now. Riker, how you doing, man? Are you about to start up the tutorials and stuff?
I hate the inverted controls.
Hello all, this is LGN Riker Eve. The point of this video is so when you go through the starting area the first time, you can buy the correct ships, get the correct parts, and to get through your starting area by doing a specific mission that we will show you later on in the video. You will be starting out in your Sidewinder. So when you start out in your Sidewinder, the only mission you're going to be doing in your starting area are carrier missions. And it's the one with 3 lines and an arrow. I'll zoom it in for you, but it's 3 lines and an arrow. Those are the only ones you are going to be doing in the starting area. And you want to do this until you get 200,000 credits. Then you can move on. As for the rest of this video, you're going to be hearing both me, Slappy, and Killface all in one party. So enjoy the rest of this video without this voiceover.
Support.
By the way, my controller mapping was all messed up when I started this, so I will do a tutorial later on button and controller mapping at a later date. Enjoy the video.
Alright, Starport
Kind of
Services,
disturbing.
Shipyard. And since you're just starting out and you're looking to use the Road to Relevant, we're going to show you the ships that you should not buy and the ships you should buy. Alright, so the easiest way that you're going to be earning money is commodity trading. So you don't have to worry about guns, or fighting, or speed, or looking cool. You just want a truck that can haul stuff. So go ahead and hit that shipyard. So the Sidewinder is the piece of trash you're in currently. You don't want that. The Eagle is a slightly better piece of trash, but you also don't want that either. So keep going. They go right. Let's see if they have the adder. That's what you're looking for.
Have the adder.
Buy the adder and sell your current ship.
Exchange current ship? Is
That's
that what I
right.
can do?
Yep.
Confirm.
Alright. Say goodbye, starter ship.
Buy starter ship.
Let's start with hard points. Since you're running cargo, you don't need guns. Sell all of those. So it's extra free money. If it says it's empty, that means there's
So-
nothing there. Alright, the next one we're going to look at is utility points. Sell all of that.
Nothing in there.
Perfect.
Mount in mounts anyway.
Alright, let's look at optional internal. And I'll tell you, if you have arcs, don't waste it on livery until we get to like closer to the end of this video, or the end of this series. Alright, so starting at the top, that should be a 3E cargo rack. You're getting into the big world now.
So the 3E generator? Shield generator?
Well, let's start at the top. That's a 2E cargo rack in a 3 slot. So you're under equipped right now. So hit that thing. And the good news is like the price that you buy your equipment is the same price that you sell your equipment. So you can just hit browse shop. And you'll be able to exchange it when you do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going real big. This one can hold all of 8 tons.
Do I want to exchange it, I'm guessing?
Yes. Right,
What should I get?
that other 3 slot should be a 3E cargo rack.
Both of them?
Yeah. Because you're a truck, but you need to be a truck with lots of cargo. So all cargo. Now, because you won't have a shield, this is kind of important. Don't get shot.
Noted.
Your ship is basically made out of old, wet toilet paper. Alright, so both of those 2s should be 2E cargo racks. So one thing you're going to notice if you scroll down a little bit, nope, don't do that yet. Alright, is that if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll notice it has your super cruise and your advanced docking. Not all ships come with those. So later on, as you're upgrading that, before you go to sell this ship to get your next one, unequip those, and you can put them in your stash and get to them later, because not all stations sell them, and sometimes it's nice to have them handy. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that as a 2A fuel scoop. So a fuel scoop. Oh, never mind. We're going to do it as a 1. They don't have a 2. All right. So what a fuel scoop does is it lets you kind of like skim the surface of a star and scoop up the hydrogen atoms that are being emitted by the star.
Yep.
and then it'll refill your fuel. Okay, so basically it's a very effective... Oh, you need to put that 1E fuel scoop in that one slot, because otherwise we're under-equipped. So the 2 slot should be another 2E cargo rack.
So the...
That 1E fuel scoop, if you hit...
okay. So should I just unequip this and then,
No. You'll want to transfer options and swap. No. And you're going to put it in the empty 1 slot. There you go. All right, now that 2 slot, yeah, cargo that bitch up. And so now you're going to have a cargo capacity of 24 tons. All right, so go to cores. Core internal. All right, so the general rule of thumb for the way things are rated: E is the worst, D is the lightest, C is just like good mid-range, B is the heaviest but also therefore the most resilient to damage, and then A is most efficient and powerful. So because this is a cargo ship, you're going to be adding weight to your ships, so you want to make it as light as... So starting at the top, go to the 3E thrusters. We want to make those 3D thrusters.
these ones?
Yep.
Go shop.
There they are. And then that 3E frameshift drive, we want to get as good of a jump drive as we can. So 3A is our ideal. And that's your friendship drive. Alright. So they don't have a 3A, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that later. So get a 3D for now, so we can at least extend our jump range. So this puts your laden jump up to like just short of 10. Alright, that power distributor. Let's see if you can do a 1D. Sometimes you can go undersized for the power distributor, and the key is you want to make sure it's big enough to still boost. It'll tell you about it when you go to buy it. Hit buy. Don't equip it yet. Hit buying options. All right, see there it says reduces performance. If it was going to no longer allow you to boost, it would say this will no longer allow you to boost. But we're going to go ahead and do this because we're going to lighten the load and make your ship be able to jump further. You'll notice that now your max jump range is 16 when it used to be, what, 14? Now let's go to that power plant, that 3E power plant. We're going to lighten that one up as well. So at the bottom, you'll notice where it says total power, 8 megawatts. And your retracted is 5.4 megawatts. And your deployed is 5.45 megawatts. We just got to make sure we're above the deployed. All right, so go down to the 2D. There you go. So you still have a surplus of 2 megawatts, but now your jump range is going to be all the way up to 17 when empty. Okay, now let's go down to sensors. So we want to make those as light as possible. So what letter are we going to put on sensors? D.
Well, this is the only option.
That's right, D. Alright, so now your minimum jump range is all the way up to 11 light years. So, then you're going to say, hey, I've got this fuel scoop. That means I can fuel up wherever I like. And I'm going to say, kinda. There are a certain series of class of stars, so go ahead and exit out of this, go back to the main screen. There are certain stars you can scoop and certain stars you can't. You can scoop a K, a G, a B, an F, an O, an A, and an M. All of the other types of stars out there in the galaxy you cannot scoop from, with one caveat that we'll talk about way later. The name of the game in this is don't jump to systems that don't have that star. And you're going to say, well, how do I know? So let's go to your galaxy map. Nope, no more missions. You're done here. All right, so there's 2 big changes we're going to do to the map. Okay? The first one is in the second panel, the routing panel, or the search panel. Alright, scroll down to see where it says economical routes. We're going to switch you to be fastest route. The lines have changed the way it systems together. Fractal that comes out from where you are. Alright, the next one is to the right, which is the mapping panel. Go down arrow.
This one right here.
Yep. And then arrow to go to map. Between realistic and map is realistic is as you see it. Map allows you to apply filters and overlays. And you'll notice like right now it's by allegiance. So for example, things that have a red dot are Federation. Things that have a blue dot are Empire, green dot is Alliance, etc. we're going to change the filter that's being applied. So arrow down to the drop down where it says allegiance. Allegiance. And you're going to select star class. And they're in alphabetical order, so just scroll on down. Or at least I thought they were in alphabetical, but they're not. Alright, star class, alright. So, for those that remember on the home game, the things that we can scoop is KGB foam. So O, we're going to leave check. B, we're going to leave checked. A, we're going to leave checked. F, we're going to leave checked. G, we're going to leave checked. K, we're going to leave checked. M, we're going to leave checked. Starting with L and working our way down, we're going to uncheck those boxes. And this is going to change the look of your map. So go ahead and start unchecking. See how it's like removing things from your view? Alright, keep going down. And then that box where it says apply filter to route. Check that. Alright, now it will only ever route you and show you the stars that you can scoop from. So, then you're going to say, well, that's cool. How do I scoop? You're going to be in, so the way you do that is when you're in Super Cruise, there's a ring around every star, and I think you've probably already seen it. If you get too close, it drops you out of Super Cruise. If you stay away from it, you kind of are in this part where you start to overheat, but not really. That line marks a thing that they call the exclusion zone. Okay? When you're inside of the exclusion zone, whether it's a planet, a star, a black hole, a station, whatever, that exclusion zone basically is a gravity well that prevents you from using your Super Cruise. Fuel scooping is an automatic passive effect that occurs when you're in Super Cruise and in proximity to a star. And so what you do is you just kind of skim around the edge of that exclusion zone until your fuel goes back to full. And there will be a gauge along the top, and it'll just tell you when you're scooping, when you're done, and really as you're doing it, you want to kind of, the distance you want to stay from the star is keeping your heat at around 50%.
Now keep in mind, every single vehicle that you do for this, you will be almost instantly vulnerable to enemy attacks that stop you. Just keep that in mind whenever you do these routes with your beginning ships.
Detach confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.